Hello and welcome. Today I want to speak about a painting where I wanted to express what I am all about. To summarize, I am a soulscape artist. I have been one for 3 decades. Not once did I know that I'm going to be a soulscape artist. I would paint stories of the souls. I would paint emotions of the soul. I would just paint what I saw in life. I would paint what I felt through experiencing life. I would paint everything through my eyes. And one of the paintings, I'm not saying it's my best work, but a painting that I immersed myself into it. I would say I immerse myself in all my paintings, but this one I call it the Soul Keeper, and it's all about the souls and the million zillion souls that have come and gone in this universe, I would say. I say this specifically not on our planet of for our species. I say it specifically in the universe, in the cosmos. Maybe the universes that have come before our universe, maybe the universes that will come after our universe. I don't know. But it is just an infinite emotion that I painted. And I analyzed this emotion while painting the Soul Keeper because the inspiration behind it was Avengers, the Endgame. Yes, you heard me right. I get inspired by anything. I get inspired by events in life. I get inspired by movies that I watch. I get inspired by my own personal journeys. I get inspired by when I see somebody else going through something. And the best way that I do is I express is by painting. And when I saw the end game, the moment that hit me hard, I would say, was when Natasha died. I, I mean, and the entire movie was filled with emotion and action and multiple emotions throughout the entire series, I would say, of Avengers. But in the end game, when Natasha sacrifices herself, that entire scene caught me. The planet Vormir caught me. And I immediately started analyzing at that time, but I expressed it now. So I immediately started analyzing what does a soul for a soul mean. In that time, at that point, I was really upset about the entire scene, and I said, "Why is the universe so mean? Why is the universe constantly asking for a price from a person? Need not be a soul for a soul, but the universe is constantly asking for a price." What do I mean by that? I mean when anything, let's say I want success, but I have to pay a price for it. Am I willing to pay the price? Success being, let's say, the topmost successful artist, to reach the top, it's a lonely journey. Am I willing to pay that price? Am I willing to embark on a journey that is filled with loneliness? Am I willing to sacrifice my time with my loved ones because it requires me to dedicate to my success? That's a price I have to pay. If someone desperately wants freedom, are you willing to pay the price for that freedom? That means you have to probably give up everything, probably pay the price of everything that you knew, that you embodied, that you possessed. Are you willing to pay that price? What does freedom mean to you? And these kind of questions came in my mind. But at the bottom, the question was one: are you willing to pay the price? And I was really upset with the universe at that time because I have free will. And I questioned myself, why does the universe always ask somebody to pay the price? And as life went by and experiences were bottled up and experiences were expressed through my painting, multiple experiences that I painted after that, And when I painted this, I went back to Vormir, I went back to Natasha, I went back, and I thought to myself, it's not necessarily a human thing, is it? Natasha gave her life uh, so that I don't know which, I think the soul stone, or I don't know, whichever stone had to be procured. So Natasha said, okay, I'm willing to give my soul for it. And the same thing was done by Thanos. Of course, Gamora didn't jump willingly, but Thanos sacrificed Gamora's soul so that he could get his stone. So I realized, so the universe is it's not necessarily us as human beings that the universe says, are you willing to pay the price? It does that to probably other species and other planets and other galaxies and other, I don't know, other universes have the same principle. Soul for a soul. Are you willing to pay the price? So when I painted the Soul Keeper, I realized if that is the price that the universe is asking, not necessarily a soul, but the universe is always asking for a price. Who records what is transpiring? That's when I thought of the Soul Keeper. If you look at my painting, it's dark. My painting is dark because it's inspired by Vormir. Vormir is all about darkness and cliffs, and there is no sunshine on it, and there's just, stones and rubble, and it's just that energy. So I painted it from my point of view. And I have two cliffs. One cliff is what was, and the other cliff is what can be. And in between, at the bottom, I have a lake, a path, however you want to look at it. It's not clear, but for me, it's an abyss. When I looked at Vormir, when the soul goes down, and they come up with the stone, it's in water. So I just painted an abyss. And the two cliffs are divided. Sky is dark but has a million billion stars, my version of million. The sky is dark, so there is the possibility of hope, of life, of energy. That is what makes the universe. So therefore the sky is dark but it has many stars in my painting. And the most important is the Soul Keeper. So my Soul Keeper is female. She's cloaked in red, and the red is floating. You cannot see her face. You cannot see anything because it's a mystery. I don't know what the Soul Keeper looks like. And below where she's floating about, she's got her candle. She's got a few books lying around. And I thought, okay, so there is a Soul Keeper who records all the souls that have come and paid the price. I'm sure there are a zillion records in the books, of the multiple books that exist out there, but that was my version of the intense job that the Soul Keeper has to uphold. It has to be devoid of emotion, it has to be devoid of judgment, it has to be devoid of justice. That is not the Soul Keeper's job. The Soul Keeper's job is just to record what, who, when paid the price. Who paid the price? When did they pay the price? What price did they pay? That is the Soul Keeper's job, just to record everything in the books. Because I believe it's the universe's job to not be cruel, not be kind, not be anything, but the universe is in the business of just restoring balance, and it will do whatever it takes. I always believed that. Even when I was young, I believe that today also. The universe is in the job of restoring balance. So to restore that balance in us, we usually are required to look within. And when we look within, that's when we get the answers. So in painting the Soul Keeper, in painting an inspiration that has come from the movie and the emotions that have evoked my journey of going within and realizing that the price that we pay is not on the external, it's within. Am I willing to pay the price to get this in my life? Am I willing to pay the price for that? Am I willing to sacrifice this in order to get that? Am I willing to, am I going to count? Am I going to assess the cost, or am I just going to pay the price? So these are all these questions, and to answer these questions, one has to go within, and you realize, and you have to accept. There are many times we pay the price without realizing it, but that's also part of the journey within. You have to realize, I have paid the price and I regret it, and you have to realize, by releasing that regret, you will then see the balance behind the choice that you made, the price that you paid. That was the entire analysis that I realized as life went by, that it's all within. The balance is within, the questions are within, the answers are within, and A Soul for a Soul really played a big role in me trying to justify within myself, what does it mean? The price that we pay, is it a soul for a soul, or is it just the cost of the choices that we make? And after, when I was painting, I realized one movie. I've spoken about other movies also. In my other painting, Silence, where The Last Samurai inspired me, and I painted the journey of Nathan Algren through my eyes, and then I painted Hodor, the most heartbreaking journey of Hodor's soul, where he had to fulfill his purpose of devotion till the end, and then I painted The Soul Keeper, inspired by Avengers: The Endgame. It's an amazing movie. Whoever's seen it maybe might see things a little differently based on what I've said and based on what I have painted. I hope this message made a little sense. I hope my painting, although it's dark, does make you feel, yeah, there is something behind this, that kind of an emotion. I am not saying go within and, whoa, it need not bring that emotion within you, neither do you have to hate it, but it's just like, maybe there's something that, that was the emotion within me when I was painting it. Although the emotion, the energy of this painting is, okay, but the energy of me analyzing all these emotions and a soul's journey, a soul's price, and all of that, that was intense. But I found a balance within the emotion and the paintbrush, and it has come out in this painting. So I hope you like this painting. If it makes any sense, I would like to know. If anyone feels anything, or I don't know if my words mean anything, I would really like to know about this journey of a soulscape artist. What do you think? And honestly, I am in tremendous gratitude for whoever's with me on this journey with my art. It has taken me 30 years to finally start expressing myself about my art. I've been painting, I never stopped painting. I expressed it through the canvas, through the paintbrush, but I never expressed myself through words, through to a collective, to people. I never did that. It's taken me 30 long years, and here I am. So I really am happy that you're with me on this journey. So thank you for staying tuned, and let's see where this journey takes us.